The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Now
a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. .7 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18-11. Tampa 11.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Left wing 19. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 14. Chargers 7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
It's second and inches at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 wide.
2nd and 9 now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
See if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After one, 17-7 is our score.
The score, Vikings 17, Chargers 7.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, Clinton, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that
well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
it's a balancing act.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend.
Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Luongo. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ready?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another run down for Luongo. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
Back 60.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Now back to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. Clinton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long.
Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, LA! Trey McKinney, 47 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Get it.
Second and 3. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gay is on for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
50, 50. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
31, Chargers 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a give, right side. Clinton, and he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has the finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Vikings 45, Chargers 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah,
you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Chargers 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jones on first and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right at midfield. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
18, Pioneer.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now Jones opts to keep this. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
155 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Vikings 66, Chargers 25. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game.